Now, what we have here is this bombshell discovery that Trump's Department of Justice have discovered regarding the Biden FBI's efforts to target Christians and people of their faith.
It's Saturday in America. I'm Kayleigh McEnany, and let's begin with a Fox News alert. In moments, the acting Attorney General Todd Blanche joins me as the Department of Justice releases an explosive document. Saturday in America has spent the last 24 hours digging through a 565-page report that details the shocking way that Biden's Department of Justice targeted Christians, many of you. Now, you likely remember the Biden-era memo out of the Richmond FBI field office that listed radical traditional Catholics as a law enforcement target. Then FBI Director Christopher Wray rescinded that memo, and he made this vow before Congress.
When I first learned of the piece, I was aghast. We do not conduct investigations based on religious affiliation or practices, full stop. We have also now ordered our inspection division to take a look at how this happened and try to figure out how we can make sure something like this doesn't happen again.
Well, according to the new DOJ memo, quote, the FBI monitored a Catholic church, its priest, and his family because the FBI's criminal target attended that church.
Now, wait a minute. Why would the FBI monitor Christians when one of their target criminals attended the church? Shouldn't they be monitoring the criminal? Well, according to a leaked document called the Richmond Memorandum, so-called radical traditional Catholics pose a domestic terrorist threat.
And when the memo was rescinded, the special agent in charge of the field office replied in an email, quote, keep that head up. This too shall pass. Will make for a great chapter in your memoirs someday.
Now, the document itself gives even more reasons. Wait till you hear this.
That's not all. The Biden IRS investigated churches and Christian nonprofits because of what their pastors preached at the pulpits. That's directly from the document. They denied a Christian group's tax-exempt status because its, quote, Bible teachings are typically affiliated with the Republican Party and candidates. Those were the words of a Biden-era IRS official. And then a Biden DOJ attorney described a Christian pro-life witness views as culty in a trial preparation document. All of this as they were receiving dossiers from pro-abortion groups, tracking pro-life activists and their minor children in some cases as well. And while the DOJ unearthed these discoveries, listen to this. Probably haven't heard this. Senator Chuck Grassley found this exchange between two Biden DOJ prosecutors, J.P. Cooney and Molly Gaston, who were top deputies to Special Counsel Jack Smith's investigation. In fact, Cooney is currently running for Congress in Virginia as a Democrat. Here is their text exchange fantasizing about targeting nuns depicted at the Capitol on January 6th. Quote, I would like to take a special assignment of finding and prosecuting them. Gaston wrote to Cooney, I'm with you, responded the other. And then this, although I would like to prosecute any nun who still wears the head habit. Ha, 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 they wrote.
Yeah, that's really revealing and shocking to me. Actually, I've never heard about this. The fact that the IRS denied the tax-exempt status of a religious group because they consider them to be affiliated with the Republican Party. In essence, this is saying that Biden's Department of Justice and FBI considered Christians and Republicans essentially to be the enemy, to be people who were, quote unquote, domestic terrorists, although they didn't say it. They're denying them like they are. I wonder if they would deny a group funding, say, Antifa, or these other people causing civil unrest on the streets. Would they deny them tax-exempt status if they're a quote-unquote charitable group? I mean, we could go on and on about this, but this is coming from the group who reportedly states that they need to have freedom. We need to have freedom of speech. It needs to be preserved. We need to preserve our democracy. They're not preserving it. They're using it as a weapon against the people who they deem to be the enemies because they have a different viewpoint or opinion than theirs, because they vote differently than them. And Attorney General Todd Blanche speaks up more about this, and believe me, guys, it is revealing.
Let's bring in Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche. Thank you for doing this. This document is really jarring. And I'm curious, when you see this on so many fronts, could this have been rogue prosecutors? Do you think it came from Merrick Garland? Do you think it came straight from the top, from the president?
Well, good morning. It's good to be here. What you just said is exactly right. Is this just rogue prosecutors, a rogue FBI office, or was it a systematic culture within the Department of Justice and even beyond the Department of Justice under the last administration to target Christians, to target God-fearing Americans? And what we found in that very deep, substantial report is it was much more than just a rogue agent. It was much more than just a field office or a prosecutor. It was actually a systematic culture issue at the Department of Justice to target Christians, to target people based upon their religious beliefs. Extraordinarily disappointing. But President Trump said on day one that this was going to change, and I'm happy to report that it has changed.
Yeah, I hope it's changed too. I hope President Trump and his administration are cracking down this kind of thing, and it doesn't go the other way where it has preferential treatment for Christians or other people like that. It needs to be even across the playing field. Back to the IRS example, a tax exempt status for a qualified charity should be a benefit for everyone as long as you check those boxes, which shouldn't have any kind of preferences either or, right? It should just follow the basic rules of the law. But what do you guys think? Do you think that we're going to see this kind of thing crop up in the future? If we do get a Democrat president, do you think they're going to swing the other way, even more extreme than the Biden administration has, that Todd Blanche has shown? Please let us know in the comments below, and thank you for watching.